Record.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's...
The Video Game Choo Choo.
Today's episode of Video Game Choo Choo. Mike could not join us this time because he is feeling...
He's dead.
Not this
and
time.
I killed him.
See, last time we made a someone died in Choo Choo joke, Steven died. But this time, Mike died by Steven's hand. So I think next time...
Yes.
Both of you guys are going to kill me at the same time. That's obviously, that's the logical conclusion. And then, for the finale, we find someone else to kill. All three of us, just random murder.
Well, we can't kill you, John. You're a beloved part of the Video Game Choo Choo family. Mike and I are disposable because we sound like each other. But you let us tell the difference between each other.
You trying to say that I got a funny voice?
I'm trying to say that I love you, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Well...
I'll steal you away from Mike.
Damn. Oh, man. Video Game Choo Choo love triangle. It's already starting up. We just got married, though. I don't know what you're talking about.
I can be your hot maid that you have an affair with.
Oh,
or Mr. S, as they call it.
Oh, alright. So, yes, I am John Machonsky. And I'm here with Steven Epps. Steven, how you been doing, man?
You are, baby. I have been very busy as of late. I've been, as our more observant listeners might have noticed, I was not in the last two episodes. That is because, A, I have been incredibly busy with school and all that junk, and B, I spent the weekend babysitting some awful dogs.
Let's hear about that.
I don't hate dogs, but I thought I didn't hate dogs, but now I'm not so sure. I spent the weekend babysitting or dog-sitting my uncle's pet boxers, and these boxers are very poorly behaved. You see, I did not get... I could probably safely say that I got less than 10 hours of sleep that entire weekend.
Wow.
Because, yeah, those boxers, they just love to play in the bed. And, you know, there was an entire queen-size bed, you know, door open, bed right there. My uncle actually left it open because he knows that they like to play on the bed. And he's like, oh, it's fine, as long as they don't tear up the blanket, it's fine. No, they came into my bed. They came in the bed that I was sleeping on, and they fought constantly. And then they just laid all over me all night. I didn't get any sleep that night. So the next night, I thought, okay, I'll close the door. Close the door, maybe they'll leave me alone, they'll go to the other bed. No, they spent the entire night whimpering at that door and beating the shit out of it. And when I woke up the next morning, I found the door was, like, there was just this big pile of, like, paint chips on the floor. Oh, God. Yeah. So, after I cleaned that up, I just shut their asses outside at night for the last night, and they spent the entire night barking. So, I don't like dogs anymore.
Yeah, those dogs sound kind of annoying. I mean, sometimes my dogs will try to get in my room, and actually the only animal in my house that gets really finicky about getting into my room at night is sometimes my cat will just want to sleep in my room, and he'll just sit outside my door and meow, meow, meow. And then I let him in, he sleeps, and then he wakes up really early in the morning, like 6 or 7 in the morning, when I don't have to get up at 6 or 7 in the morning, and he'll meow to get let out, because he has to go to the bathroom. And
animals. Yeah,
animals. They don't understand us human beings like to be lazy and sleep in until 12 in the afternoon.
No, you know what? Some days they'll leave you alone, and if you try to play with them, you want to interact with the animals, they don't want anything to do with you, but as soon as you ignore an animal... beats the shit out of the door. Safe to say, I earned every single penny that I got for taking care of those damn dogs.
Yeah, I hope you got paid very well.
Yes. I have spent it all on pizza.
That sounds good. That sounds good. So, speaking of spending money on things, did you... did you spend money on any new video games, or did you play any old ones? Did you play any games recently, Steven?
Why, yes, John Machonsky. I have been playing a few video games as of late. I suppose I'll just start with what I played the most over the last weekend, which was the letter V 6 times.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic little game. I wish that he had named it anything else when he made it, because it makes it almost impossible to talk about.
V to the 6th.
V to the 6th power.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's more or less letters than the letter V 6 times, but it's a fun little game. Music's fantastic. Graphics are invocative of a era of gaming that I was almost not entirely aware even existed. It's based on the Commodore 64.
Yeah. Commodore 64 graphics they're this weird middle ground between Atari and 8-bit, and it's interesting to see that evolution.
Yeah, the Commodore 64 has worse than NES graphics, but almost on par with SNES music. I think that's fascinating, and the games also came on cassette tapes.
Yeah. Which probably explains how the music was so good.
Maybe, I don't know. To play a game that was made by a bunch of people that have this nostalgia for something that I had never even heard of, it's a really interesting experience. And the game itself is a lot of fun. The music is fantastic. So it's in Humble Bundles very frequently. I'm sure you could get it pretty cheap, or you could get it on the 3DS shop for about $8, I think. Either way, you should definitely play that game. It's wonderful.
Rock and roll.
Alright, another game that I have been playing, and I'm sure you've been playing a lot too, is Ace Attorney 5.
Yeah, me and Mike last week talked a good amount about it, but I definitely wanted to hear your opinions on it. What did you think?
Well, I have yet to finish it. I'm actually not that very far into it. Okay. I'm only on the second case. And I gotta say, I missed Ace Attorney, but at the same time I kind of forgot how weird it was to play.
Yeah.
And this is definitely full-on weird-ass Ace Attorney with the second case. Mm-hmm. And another thing that I forgot about Ace Attorney is that it's less actually figuring things out and more figuring out what the game wants you to do next.
Yeah, I stopped thinking, oh, this item actually proves the thing, and it's more just, oh, this item is what the game wants me to choose. It's
more what does the game want right now, and that is a pretty big problem with it, I think. Because there's a lot of times where the game's this is the decisive evidence, and it's this little scripted moment where evidently I'm supposed to know exactly what I gotta produce, and I have no idea. Mm-hmm. And then at other times, I'm well, this kind of contradicts this piece of evidence, oh, this guy says a date here that doesn't gel with the date on this item, I'll present this, and then I get the little sequence that says, "Oh no, Apollo or Phoenix, you presented the wrong thing. Here's a penalty."
I noticed something about this series is that sometimes little discrepancies will kill kill the cross-examined person's appeal. They'll be oh, I accidentally gave the wrong time, and because you have the exact time in front of you, that means I'm bad. And then they start breaking down. That happened 2 times. I'm well, I mean, you could just claim that you didn't know the time instead of going, oh, now I'm the villain. Ah!
The logic in the Ace Attorney games is not incredibly sound. I love the games. They're just the dumbest things in the world, but, I mean, you gotta work with them. You gotta work to get to your silliness.
Exactly, but I feel like the 4th and 5th trials are amazing. I really can't wait until you get to those. Those are series highlight cases.
Yeah, I'm currently on case 2, which is really weird even for Ace Attorney standards, where it's incredibly Japanese, and it's based on Japanese folklore, and people are getting possessed by demons or pretending to be possessed by demons, and I'm just I can kind of see why they didn't want to try to localize this. Mm-hmm. And I mean, they very barely managed to do it by saying, oh, it's a town with Japanese immigrants off in the woods, and they're all crazy. Yeah, that's what we're going with. And it's just really weird for someone who has no knowledge of the Japanese mythology. So
Yeah, I
and
know.
everybody's taking it so seriously too.
Yeah, I know very little about Japanese mythology, and they go really deep into it. I mean, there's a character that's a
Yeah.
Tanuki, and I recognize Tanukis because of like Mario and stuff. But
Yeah.
there's some really out there demons and folklore aspects that I had no idea existed, and they bring them up just absolutely like it's nothing, like it's a part of their life, and that would obviously make sense in Japan, where people of all ages would know these folklores because it's been passed down. But over here in America, if it ain't the good Lord Jesus Christ, we don't need none of that, you know?
Yeah. I just to have like one guy pretend to be possessed by a demon in the middle of a courtroom, and then everybody's just like, "Oh my god, he's actually possessed by a demon. I can't believe this." And then there's the samurai prosecutor guy.
Oh,
who-
I love Black Quill. I love him. I don't care.
He's great, but he's like a whole nother level of stupid that
Yeah.
I haven't seen in this series before. This is something that I would expect. He's like Jetstream Sam. Like he just doesn't belong where he is right now.
We need Black Quill to fight Raiden in Revengeance 2, obviously.
Yeah, I'll take that. Have him throw like the hawk, and the hawk is actually a robot or something.
That'd be so cool. Fuck, I want this now. Like, no joke.
I'll take it. Yeah. Revengeance 2, have a samurai robot with a robot hawk.
Yeah.
End of story. Bird-shaped robot buddy.
Bird-shaped robot buddy, cyborg lawyer. Ugh, game of the year.
Endless possibilities.
Yeah, hire us, Kojima. We got this down pat.
Mm-hmm. So, John, what about you? Have you been playing anything?
I have been playing a lot of Pokemon, and by playing a lot of Pokemon, I mean I've been laying in bed and I've been grinding shiny Pokemon.
Everybody's going so crazy with Pokemon. Like, I've beaten maybe the second or third gym so far.
I wouldn't. I don't. I mean, I'm not going anywhere near as crazy as people that I know. But
yeah, there are some
I
people
just,
that like beat it the day that it came out.
Oh yeah, no, that took me like 2 weeks to beat it. But no, I'm trying to get a bunch of shiny Pokemon just because it's a fun time waster, because all you do is you just gather up eggs and you roll around in a circle, and I mostly just do it while I'm doing something else. Like, I go into class. I will go into my college class, and I will pull out my 3DS, and I will grind shiny Pokemon while I am taking notes. It's not hard to not pay attention to that.
I suppose. I guess I'm more interested in, like, the adventure, but at the same time, like, I get very easily sidetracked whenever I play Pokemon. Like, I'll take 2 steps forward from where I was and then find, like, a new guy that I want to... Like, I'll see a brand new Pokemon that I've never seen before. It's like, oh, man, I gotta catch that! So then I catch him, and he's like, oh, well, now I gotta level him for 1,000,000 levels. And then, like, 2 hours have passed, and I'm, like, EV training him with the soccer minigame, and it's like... And then I, like, go back to the real world in the video game, and it's like, oh, I took, like, 2 steps. Man. I have not moved in my adventure at all.
Oh, man, I just woke up from the craziest dream. I just EV trained a bunch of... Oh, I actually did that, you know?
Yeah. Like, I'm standing in, like, the middle of the woods with a blank expression on my face, like... And then I just wake up, it's like, oh, that was, where am I? I've been kicking soccer balls at a giant balloon for several hours. And I've still only beaten the second gym. That game's fun, but I don't know. I feel like the EV training thing, while it was necessary, and the Pokemon-Ami and all that kind of stuff, there's a lot of distractions in it.
Yeah.
For someone who is easily distracted like me by things like that.
Yeah, I didn't let myself get distracted until after I beat the Elite Four, and letting yourself do the Pokemon-Ami and doing the EV training after beating the Elite Four makes it not as overwhelming. I feel like if I was trying to EV train while mid-journey, I would be like, oh god, what am I doing? So I can see why you're getting a little overwhelmed.
I wouldn't call it overwhelmed. It's just like every time I start up the game and I think, okay, I'm going to continue my big adventure, I just end up playing the EV training minigame and not making any progress whatsoever. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Well, hopefully you complete it and you can get your own shiny Pokemon, because I already have a shiny Tauros. and it's pretty great.
A lot of people have shinies now. I'm seeing like everybody on my Dash and Tumblr is like, "Hey guys, I just got my 15th shiny today." I'm just like,
yeah, I have nowhere near that many. It's easier to catch water shinies because for some reason fishing in certain areas gives you a way higher chance of getting shinies.
I think it's amazing how like this game launched in both countries just completely like no data is out whatsoever, and the game's been out for like 2 or 3 weeks now, and we already understand how like the shiny systems work, and people are setting up like robots to get shinies for them. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I saw that dude who ran up a bunch of code and just let his 3DS run wild until he found shinies, and he caught a bunch of them all in a row. That was crazy.
It is absolutely crazy. Have you been playing anything else then?
Not really. I've kind of been sick in bed. Yeah, I'm just now getting over being sick, so it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy that we've all been sick all at once.
I was sick yesterday, which delayed the episode recording to today on Wednesday.
But Mike's like deathly ill. Like I've just been kind of feverish and been napping a bunch, but Mike is like, poor Mike's got like a stomach virus or something. I feel send him some love. Choo Choo members like tweet at him or send him messages on his Tumblr. Say hey and wish him well, because seriously, he's not doing too hot, and I hope he feels better soon.
I do too. Mm-hmm. We love you, Mike.
Yeah. What would
your wife? Are you the wife or the husband in the relationship? Are you both husbands? Are you both wives?
We don't need your gender roles.
I'm not.
Right, Bob?
I'm not trying to enforce my cis normativity here. I'm trying to be tolerant. Please excuse me.
No. Yeah. We are equal love partners. And we bring our love to the world with our...
I thought your marriage was loveless, or is it just sexless?
It's sexless, yeah. Well, most of the thing...
It is the purest form of love, then?
Look, our love is just a really, really big shared love of going to fast food restaurants. That's pretty much it. We just go to fast food restaurants together, and that's our love.
Oh. I love to go to fast food restaurants, too, Mr. Machonsky. Oh. So, I just remembered one other thing that I wanted to talk about in terms of things that I've been playing. I've been playing Wind Waker HD a whole bunch.
Oh.
Yeah, and it is surprising because I have not played that game since I was maybe like 10. I don't know how old I was since I played that game, and I did not remember a single little bit of it when I put that game into the system. And I thought, oh, it's going to be like playing this for the first time right over again, and it isn't at all. No, I'm astonished. I'm astonished and disgusted with exactly how much of that game in detail is still knocking around in my brain that I am not aware of.
Huh. What do you mean? Like, you just remember a lot of stuff about it?
Yeah, as I play the game, I start to remember, like, oh, hey, I remember that there is a piece of heart on top of this island. Oh, I remember how to solve this puzzle. I remember this, I remember that. I remember everything about this game. And I'm just like, where... Like, there is an entire section of my brain that is just nothing but knowledge about the Wind Waker.
Repressed Wind Waker memories.
Yeah, repressed Wind Waker, like, database in my brain that I was completely and utterly unaware of for well over 10 years. And as I start to play it again, it's all coming forward, and all I have to wonder is, why do I have to cheat on my history tests when I have an entire, like, video game in my head right now?
That's kind of scary.
Why does that stick with me? Why do I have Ocarina of Time and Wind Waker all in my head?
I don't know. That's a good question. I can't.
But when it comes to important information, I cannot retain it at all.
I have the same problem. If I could answer that question, I would probably be a much richer man.
Scientist of the future, please study that. I mean, that is just a bizarre phenomenon. If you can teach me United States history in the same way that my brain memorizes everything about the Wind Waker, we will. If you unlock that secret, humanity will become fucking geniuses.
We probably. It's true.
Yeah. I'm gonna get rich off that idea. I'm gonna make, like, history video games. There's gonna be edutainment. Kids are going to remember.
Let me think. I also played a little bit of Cinemora because that came out last week on PlayStation Plus for the free PlayStation Plus game on the Vita. It is a side-scrolling shooter. It was made by a Norwegian company, and it was helped. Like the other developer was Grasshopper Manufacturer. Grasshopper helped make that game.
And that's a Vita game?
It is Vita. It's out on Vita, Xbox 360, and PC.
And not the PS3.
Not the PS3.
That's weird.
They released that game very oddly. I don't really know what they were going for when they were releasing that, but it's a solid shoot 'em up. It's very good. The twist to the game is that instead of taking damage, you have a time limit. And as you get hit, the timer goes down faster. When you kill enemies, the timer goes up. And
that sounds like fun.
You also have time manipulation abilities, as well as like screen clearing abilities. So you could press the right bumper or whatever you want to call it, the flicky thing on the top, and you press the right one, and you can either slow down time or rewind time a little bit to if you get hit or anything like that. There's each different characters have different abilities. And other than that, it's a pretty good shooter. My big complaint about it, though, is that when that game originally came out, I'm not really sure why, but people were heralding it as that it had a really great storyline. And it does have an interesting story, but it's told in the worst possible way. It's told through like illusions and like there's bits and pieces of storyline, and they allude to different things happening in the dialogue, but 90% of the actual story isn't given to you until you beat the game, and there's an info dump and an encyclopedia that you unlock at the end.
That sounds needlessly complicated, and not in the neat way that Dark Souls does it.
Exactly.
Like how Dark Souls has the item descriptions, and that's all the story that you get. This just kind of sounds like they didn't feel like writing a story, so they just kind of alluded to events.
And then the weird part of it is that encyclopedia was put out on a pre-release website. So if you read the pre-release website, you would be able to understand the story. But then if you didn't, the story doesn't make any sense to you after you beat the game.
And what is this game called?
Cinemora. Sinemora. There's a space in between. Cinemora.
Weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like I said, the gameplay makes up for it. It is a very good shoot 'em up. Just I have no idea why. Like so many people that I agree with 99% of the time said that Cinemora had a great story. I was like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? It is so poorly done. Like the actual story, if you know what's going on, it's pretty good. But if you don't know what's going on and you don't read the encyclopedia at the end, it's a bunch of little bits of story that barely make any sense.
That's really weird how they handled that. So they released it on PC, they released it on Vita, and they released it on the 360. And then they did all that with the story. That's very odd. What an odd bunch of people.
It is a very weird release. But yeah, it's free on PlayStation Plus right now, so if you have PlayStation Plus and a Vita, you should get it. Just don't expect a good story.
Either don't expect a good story or expect the best story ever.
Exactly. A little surprise for you that it's a horrible story.
It's just... Okay, so, followers on my Twitter and my Tumblr page may know that I recently got my graphics card back. And I finally, at long last, have played a game that Mike has been bugging me to play, and that I have been personally shit-talking for years now.
Oh my
I played DMC Devil May Cry, and the news of that is choking John Machonsky right now.
Why would you play that?
So I played up until the first boss, which is about like 20 minutes, maybe. Not that long of it. And it's decent as a character action game. I'm playing it on the PC, like I said, so I've got it running at 60 frames per second. So far, the combat isn't that deep compared to a game like Revengeance. As far as I can tell, there's no lock-on feature, which is really bugging with me. The character of Dante, so far as like the first 20 minutes that I've played, it does not seem like they're being facetious with it at all. Like, he has these little quips while you're playing, like an enemy will pop up and he'll just go, whatever, and he'll spit out the word like a small child or something. I mean, as I was playing the game, I was having an absolutely great time, but I feel like I wasn't laughing with the game. I felt like I was just laughing at it. I don't know, maybe my impression of that will change as the game goes on. I'm playing it on Nephilim right now, which is the hardest difficulty, and it is... or the hardest difficulty available from when you just start the game. And it's still been pretty easy. So, I don't know, I'll probably breeze through that and give you extended impressions of it later on.
Sure.
But for now, count me unimpressed, but slightly bemused.
Alright, that's fair. I have not played that game, but from what Mike has said, it sounds like that game does pick up as it goes, and it starts to seem like it's laughing at itself. But
maybe
I'm not sure. Like I said, I haven't played it. I don't know. I like character action games. I want to play DMC just because I want to play more games like that. And if it's just a super kind of easy one of those, then whatever. Yeah, I could breeze through it, and it might be an alright time. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that I won't enjoy the time that I spend with it, but I don't think I will genuinely enjoy the time that I spend with it. As I recall, the game opens with this very fat white guy sitting in a big foofy chair on a phone, like, "No, I'll humiliate you. I'll make the people hate you. Yes, all right, give me the money, Mr. President." And then he turns to, like, his hoochie mama, who, like, has gigantic titties and, like, her face is stretched back behind her face to make herself look young.
Oh, God.
And the first thing that comes out of her mouth is, "The world is at last your bitch, Mundus, and so am I." It's just... like, I was wheezing laughing at the dialogue in that game. Like, everything that everybody says seems like someone genuinely wrote this down thinking that it would be solid gold, like, this is cool. And it just isn't.
Yeah.
Like, you see people go on online about how, like, oh, the new trailer for so-and-so, it's juvenile, it's like a child wrote it, people need to stop letting 14-year-olds make video games. And DMC Devil May Cry seems like something that, like, the goth kid in middle school, like, freshman middle school, had, like, written in the back of their binder. So, oh boy, I'm gonna have a lot of fun with that. And I know Mike will, like, take that quote out of context and post it on his Tumblr. But I don't care. I'm gonna enjoy DMC, but I have yet to be convinced that they did it on purpose.
Yeah, it sounds like a weird happy accident in a less sense that it's good. It's just more like it's fun to laugh at how dumb this game is, kind of.
Yeah, definitely. I've always taken the stance on that DMC is fun to laugh at, and that it is solid enough as a game, but I'm not convinced that they did it on purpose at all.
Alright. Well, man, we did not play too many games this time around, or at least I didn't, definitely.
I didn't really either. So I suppose you want to move on to the news, then?
Oh, yeah. I got plenty of news to talk about.
Sure thing.
Would you like to start, or should I start going through all of mine?
Most of my news is just disparaging things that I don't like, so how about we get the actual news?
Yeah, good news, then the bad news. Alright, so speaking of character action games, let's start out with this announcement that Metal Gear Rising Revengeance is now $30 new from GameStop or other participating places. And you can also download the Jetstream Sam and the Blade Wolf DLC for free now.
Get it! Go out and get it!
It is most definitely worth $30, no question about it.
It is worth twice that.
It is,
plus those DLCs.
It's worth $60,
yeah. I paid full price for that, and I paid full price for the DLCs. I'm not even upset that they put this out here. I'm just happy that more people get to buy Metal Gear Rising now. Go buy it. It's good. It's really good. Maybe not the Blade Wolf DLC, but the Sam DLC is really good.
Yeah. I did not play the DLCs because I sold my Xbox right around the time that those came out. And I've been waiting for either a price cut or for it to be put up on PlayStation Plus to play through Revengeance again on my PS3. So I'm going to pick it up again soon. And I'm definitely going to play through the DLCs. But I did watch Cheesem play through the DLCs, and Sam's does look really good, and Blade Wolf's looks just kind of okay.
Mm-hmm. So, if you have not played Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, and you're thinking, well, Steven really likes that game, I don't know. Steven hates everything, so, I mean, how could a game... It's good. Play it.
John likes that game.
Yeah.
Listen, John liked that game, too. Before Choo Choo started, I was on that Velocity Gamer site, and I gave that game a 9 out of 10 on Velocity Gamer. So
I would give that game 1,000 out of 10.
It's
longer.
a good-ass video game. Yeah, like, that was probably one of the only things that I had an issue with, was that it should have been a little bit longer, but maybe that's just
the campaign itself is a little too short, but the replay value on it, plus there is just so many VR missions that you can do.
Yeah.
It's well worth the full price.
Yeah,
it's well worth half the full price.
So, yeah, go get it.
Or, hey, here's another piece of news-ish about Metal Gear Rising Revengeance.
Mm-hmm.
Kojima has been tweeting recently about the PC version of Revengeance and how that's chugging along, Choo Choo. So I'm really excited. I'm going to pay full price for that again, probably.
Same.
So I'll buy every single piece of Revengeance merchandise that you can put in front of me.
Yeah, Revengeance is great. So on another Metal Gear, another thing about Metal Gear is that Ground Zeroes, Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes, has been officially confirmed to be a separate entity from the Phantom Pain. I
thought that was very interesting. Do you have the prices in front of you?
Yes, I do. It's coming out. The Ground Zeroes is coming out this next spring in 2014, and the Xbox One and PS4 downloadable versions will be $30. Mm-hmm. The Xbox 360 and PS3 versions will have a retail disc for $30, but if you buy it digitally on 360 or PS3, it's $20.
And I can't help but notice they don't have a physical release for PS4 and Xbox One yet.
It's very weird how they're handling that, but I don't know.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see how this plays out. But Kojima has said that the reason why it's split up is because he wants to ease players into the open world environment. So, because it's such a significant difference that the Phantom Pain brings to the series. So he wants to make sure that people understand what's going on in this series. And I hope that there's some kind of... I hope that there might be a little bit of a... Either there's got to be enough content to warrant a $30 release for a downloadable thing, or I hope that there's some sort of... there's some sort of, what's the word I'm trying to think of? Like, they take some money off for the Phantom Pain if you get Ground Zeroes.
Yeah, some kind of discount.
Yeah, discount. I hope they have something of that sort.
Yeah, I think it's interesting how they're taking up this kind of episodic sort of approach, and I feel like Ground Zeroes is meant to be more of a bridge between Peace Walker and the Phantom Pain. So... I'm very interested to see how that's going to flesh out, and exactly how long Ground Zeroes might be, if this is like a Dead Rising Case Zero. What was that? The one where you played as Frank West, if it's that kind of thing?
Yeah, well, there was Case Zero and Case West. There are two of those, but yeah.
That kind of Dead Rising 2 type thing, where that was a pretty good standalone game.
Yeah, but then at the same time, it was like 2 hours long, and it was $10 instead of $30, and who knows how long it is.
Yeah, who knows how long Ground Zeroes is going to be. I think Kojima won't disappoint. Mm-hmm. If there's one thing that man is not capable of, it is making a short video game. Mm-hmm. So
it'll have
I think
that amount of content. All right.
it'll have a decent amount of content for your $30. I hope we get a PC version.
I think he confirmed a PC version at some point, but I don't remember when or where.
Maybe, even if not launch, I'd just like to see confirmation. Yes, you'll be able to play this on PC.
Yeah, I hope so.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, next piece of news. There is a Rambo video game, and it looks like absolute fucking garbage, and I kinda love it.
Yeah, where did that come from?
I'm not really sure. I guess you play through the first 3 Rambo movies, and it looks like a Wii game. Like, the graphics
It looks like an
the
arcade
gameplay,
game almost.
It looks really bad, and I kind of want to play it because of that.
I want to play the Rambo game too, but it's one of those things where it's I want to play that, but I really don't want to spend that money.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if there's one thing that I can spend money on. It's not going to be that, but I'll play it still. That just looks so dumb. I want to know what the meeting was for that game. It's okay, what are we going to do to sell a video game in this day and age? What do the kids like? Kids like Rambo, right? Just still fantastic idea.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that game turns out to be enjoyable because I know it's not going to be good.
Yeah. I will have a good time fucking around with that game.
Absolutely.
Alright. So,
right,
let's see here. There is a second round of Pikmin 3 DLC coming out today.
I still have not played that game.
You should play it. It's really good.
Yeah, I had a friend over that played Pikmin as a kid,
mm-hmm.
and he saw Pikmin 3 still on the shelf with the shrink wrap still on it, and he played it for a good hour while I watched, and it seems like a fun game. It's just I don't like that kind of game,
mm-hmm.
so
Alright, that's fair.
I think it's cool how Nintendo is actually supporting their games on the Wii U with DLC though.
It is cool.
Mission pack DLC.
I was a little upset that Sakurai came out and said that there are no plans for DLC for Smash Bros. But hopefully that changes down the line.
I don't know. Nintendo seems like the kind of people that would not do a kind of DLC, not because they're behind on the times, but more because out of moral principles. Sakurai wouldn't want to put out Smash Bros. DLC because he wouldn't want to have characters that you pay for. It would be cool if they could do that, but I can see why he would find that morally objectionable, I suppose.
I don't know. If the game has enough content and they just add more, it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you got 2 more things. First one would be... Well, I have 2 more things. There's the new Humble Bundle, which is really goddamn good. It's the Warner Bros. Bundle. It's the games so far are Arkham Asylum, Fear 2, Fear 3, Lord of the Rings: War of the North, and then if you pay over the average, you get Arkham City and Scribblenauts Unlimited.
That is a very good bundle, and I already own all of those games.
I did not own any of those games, so I was really happy to get my hands on that.
At the very least, I can attest to the fact that all of those games are very good, and I hope that bundle gets something in it that I don't have, aside from Lord of the Rings, so that I may buy it and give them the money.
My theory is that one of the games they're going to add is Mortal Kombat 9. That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah, I think it would fit more with the bundle thematically if they added something that one... DC Comics themed Scribblenauts, but I don't know. Is that a Wii U exclusive?
No, that came to PC, but that's really new. They wouldn't do that. That came out a month ago. They wouldn't do that. Anything that
they could add to that bundle that would fit thematically just came out. So
that's
I don't know.
Sucks. Yeah, they could Injustice would kind of fit, but that's not even out yet on PC. That's coming out in a couple days.
Yeah. So. Shrug. Maybe they'll put Injustice in there and let you pay $6 for it.
That'd be pretty crazy. All right.
So what else?
And one last thing to celebrate the day that we are recording this on Waifu Wednesday. Hatsune Miku Project Diva F is coming to the Vita.
I still don't own one of those.
It is a
But-
rhythm game from Sega.
Will you be picking up Hatsune Miku?
I will most certainly not be picking up Hatsune Miku Project Diva F purely because I played the demo of it at Walmart on the PS3 and I sucked tremendous cock at it. So I'm not gonna
you
play it.
gotta remember, the demo at Walmart probably wasn't like calibrated properly. You probably had your hands were shaking, palms are sweaty, mom's spaghetti because you were doing it in public. I think that on a portable console, a game like that would probably do a lot better. And I really wish that... I don't wish, because I know that there is already a Hatsune Miku game for the 3DS.
Yeah.
But it is not coming out in America as far as I know, and it stars super deformed versions of Miku.
Oh god.
So, Shrug, put out a good version of it for the 3DS. Everybody in America owns a 3DS. Come on, Sega. Gotta get my Miku. And you gotta put fucking Miku in Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed, you fuckers.
Yeah,
Where is
fucking
she?
men, they have to do that.
That fucking poll where they asked, who do you want to see in it? That was the whole reason that they even considered bringing her over in the first place. Mm-hmm. Where is she? Where is she, Sega? Where's Miku?
Where is she?
The anime men want to know, where is our Hatsune Miku?
Where is she, Sega? Where is our waifu?
Fortunately, Microsoft has heard the calls of the men asking for waifus.
Yes.
And has decided to take advantage of said calls. And has introduced their own version, their own mascot named Inori Aizawa for Internet Explorer 9 and up. And this is not something that Microsoft just started doing. They've been having these mascots for their operating systems and browsers for a while now. But for some reason, this one is in English, and it is prominently being featured on English websites. That's very odd.
It's time.
It is time. Microsoft has finally recognized the big anime man audience. And according to the Facebook page for Inori Aizawa, you may download a special version of Internet Explorer themed around her in a few days. And they even have a special home page for people to set in their Internet Explorer browser that will give them the big anime hub. So every time you start up your browser, you see a picture of Inori's smiling face and anime news from various websites, such as Anime News Network, Sankaku Complex, and the Good Smile blog. So, I don't know what kind of anime Microsoft is smoking right now, but I'm pretty happy with it.
They need to pass some of that anime kush over here. I need to take a puff.
I need a hit. I need to take a massive fucking
hit.
rip. I need to take a massive man rip of whatever anime they are smoking.
Hell yeah.
Hell to the
Now
yeah.
they just need to let me mod the Internet Explorer so I can set it up for my own waifu.
And which waifu might you be picking for Internet Explorer?
Well, you see, you can have multiple browsers, so...
Oh, so who's Junko and who is the Squigs? Which browser is
That's
which?
a good question. Let me think here. Okay.
And who's going to be Firefox? Do you even have a third waifu for Firefox?
I don't. So okay.
Just for posterity's sake?
I don't. I'm sorry. But I'd say Internet Explorer would be Squiggly because of the blue, and and Chrome would be Junko because every time that Chrome crashes on me, it brings so much despair into my heart.
So Internet Explorer is the pure waifu that you can't do anything to.
Yes.
You can't modify her. You can't do anything invasive. But Junko is Chrome, and Chrome is the dirty girl. Is that how it goes, Is that how it goes, John?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah. We love our anime. Why are we single?
VideoGameChooChooDating.com. Date these anime men.
Yes. That will be the grand prize for the official Video Game Choo Choo Design and Anime 10 contest. Is you get to date us.
I am.
Mike
so
is
sorry.
ineligible because he is not a pure white lover bizarre jelly.
I have that shirt, so I am the most.
I'm envious of that shirt.
I don't just have that shirt. It's signed. I'm not really sure who signed it, but it has signatures on it.
Where did you get a Pure White Lover Bizarre Jerry 5 shirt with signatures on it?
Okay, there was a contest on Twitter to win those shirts. But I didn't win the contest. They just sent it to me because they liked me.
What?
That
is a bigger story than what you're telling me right now.
I don't know.
Did you like know these people personally,
No.
or did they just see you and think this man deserves it?
No, listen. I just talked about No More Heroes a lot on Twitter when I got No More Heroes 2, and the official Grasshopper Twitter followed me for some reason, and they just sent me a fucking shirt. They were
Suda. Oh man. Maybe if I tweet about Killer is Dead a whole bunch, they'll send me a Killer is Dead shirt.
Honestly, most likely, yes. They probably will.
Okay, you heard it here first, Suda. I love Killer is Dead and I love No More Heroes. Send me things.
I haven't played enough of Killer is Dead to form an opinion on it, but I liked the gameplay so far. So, send me what you want, Suda.
That's all that matters. So far, that is all that matters with Suda games anymore.
Yeah. Send me what you want, Suda.
Love you, Suda.
I have Suda added on Facebook, as well as Sweary. So
fall in love.
I'm going to send him a Facebook message. I'm going to say, Suda, you need to send me free stuff, and I will review your games normally, but I'll be wearing that shirt at the same time.
Good lord.
You can't buy my review, but you could buy my happiness.
You can't buy my review unless you pay me with shirts. I'm a very poor man. I need clothing. Send me food as well. Just write No More Heroes on it.
The official No More Heroes soup.
Okay, moving on then. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle has been confirmed for a US release this spring.
I could have sworn I brought that up, but now I noticed that you're getting into JoJo now, and I'm pretty happy about that.
JoJo is so good.
JoJo is super good. Yes.
I'm in the middle of the anime right now. I'm an anime baby. I'm not reading the manga yet. But in the anime, there are bad guys whose names are Wham, AC/DC, and Cars.
Yep.
I love this dumb show and all of its dumb names, and there's a guy named Zeppeli, named after Led Zeppelin.
And,
oh my God.
And Robert E.O. Speedwagon.
Robert E.O. Speedwagon.
May we never forget Speedwagon.
Speedwagon is a fucking hero.
Certainly is. He's a treasure.
I love that stupid show so much. I'm gaining a backlog of things that are airing this season, but I'm not watching it because every time I sit down and I get my laptop hooked up to my TV to watch my animes, every single time I sit down to watch Kyokai no Kanata or the Blaze Blue anime or Kill la Kill, I always just end up watching JoJo.
Fucking JoJo all day and all night. Hell yeah.
It's like I could take a chance with something new, or I could just fucking watch JoJo. It's so good.
I wouldn't worry too much about reading the manga at least for a bit, because part 3 of the manga is being turned into.
I know they're doing Stardust Crusaders. Dio's gonna be back.
Yeah.
Oh, I fucking love Dio. I love Cars too. I love all the fucking stupid characters in the show. Mike is just rolling in his grave if he's talking about anime on the Choo Choo.
I'm gonna make him edit this episode, and he's gonna have to listen to this. Love you, Mike. Get better.
So let's talk about Kill la Kill. Let's talk about Madoka.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So let me just have a look through my notes here. Oh, Resolution Gate 2013.
Oh boy. Anything that ends with gate and has to do with video games makes me want to die.
So, it has come to light, officially now, that the Xbox One is objectively less powerful by a large margin, somewhere between 50 to 120% less powerful than the PS4. and it still costs over $100. Like, $100 more expensive than the PS4.
Yeah.
And recently, a lot of tech review sites that do reviews for, like, high-end graphics cards and stuff have been publishing articles saying, oh, it's nothing to worry about. It's nothing to worry about. Just because it's more powerful, is less powerful and more expensive, that doesn't mean there's anything wrong with it. And it's been really weird. And a lot of people have been getting kind of wheezy on that. Like, what's going on? Because these are websites that, like, if there were two ordinary graphics cards, one was an NVIDIA and an ATI or whatever, if one was more expensive and less powerful, they would just straight up say, don't buy this one, it's a piece of shit. So why are they defending the Xbox One? What's going on?
Well, the thing is that it's really hard to talk about game consoles because it's less to do with the actual hardware and it's more about the software. Like people are trying to talk more about the software than the hardware, which I like. Okay, I understand gaming press talking about the software more. And you're right that the tech people reviewing this and not saying that it should perform better or it should have better hardware. The tech people should be complaining, and that is weird. But I don't really understand that sector of the journalism, and that's why I am a video game journalist and I write about how much fun I had playing this video game. And
I just
that is what is more important. But at the same time, you should be aware that yes, the Xbox One is a less powerful machine, and it is bullshit that it's more expensive. But
it's more expensive. It's less powerful, and like next generation, there probably aren't going to be very many exclusives. Like, I mean, of course, there are going to be exclusives, but most games are going to be multi-platform, and when you're buying a multi-platform game, it's going to be better on the PlayStation 4. Like, it doesn't boil down to, like, hardware loyalties or company loyalties. This is just, like, these are the basic facts. If you're going to play Assassin's Creed 4 or whatever the number is they're on, and you play it on the PlayStation 4, it's going to be running at 1080p at 60 frames per second. If you play it on the Xbox, it's probably going to be running at 720p at 60 frames per second, or maybe less than that. And I feel like that's not something that the common consumer would really understand, but they should know that. People are going to be going out to stores this Christmas, and they're going to be like seeing, oh, the Xbox is the most expensive option, but little Jimmy Two Shoes has an Xbox 360, so I'm going to get him this one because it's the same kind of thing. And I hate brand loyalty with a passion.
Yeah, brand loyalty does suck. Like, I'm choosing the PS4 purely because I want to play Knack, and that's kind of it. I enjoy those kinds of games. I mean, I'm thinking about doing a Spyro let's play. You know, I want to.
There you go.
Yeah, and that's kind of I just enjoy Sony consoles a lot. Like, I want to continue my PlayStation Plus membership.
Yeah,
and things like that.
When I first got my Xbox 360. I got it because it had games that I wanted to play on it.
Yeah.
Like, all of my friends had an Xbox 360. They all wanted to play Halo or Grand Theft Auto. And, I mean, Halo and Grand Theft Auto are American games. They're going to be best on the American console. And everybody has the American console, so I just bought that one. And now that the generation is over, I like Japanese games a lot more. I got myself a PlayStation 3. I'm playing a lot of Japanese games on it. Next generation, I'm going to be getting a PlayStation 4... because A, it's cheaper, B, it's objectively better hardware, C, I still like Japanese games a lot, D, they're taking a big stance with, like, supporting indies, and I really like indie games a lot. I mean, there's, like, even if, like, there was no big controversy about the Xbox One, and even if there wasn't the whole Xbox One gate going on back at E3, like, middle of this year, a few months ago, I'd probably still get a PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
And I think that people buying an Xbox because it's an Xbox, and people like shaking their head and saying, oh no, it doesn't matter that the resolution is lower, people are going to buy it because it's an Xbox.
Well, it's the same thing with anything. I mean, people just
really upsetting.
People buying the Wii U just because they need to support Nintendo is kind of dumb too. Like, Nintendo should fail because of their mistakes. Like, the reason why I bought a Wii U is because there's going to be a Smash Bros. Game on it. Like, I bought it because of games.
The reason I bought a Wii U was because I just wanted to play the Nintendo games. And I've had my Wii U since maybe March, and I don't have the games yet. And the Wii U's been out for almost an entire year. And, I mean, this isn't so different from the way that the 3DS went, though. Mm-hmm. How for about a year there was jack shit to play on the 3DS that was brand new. And then it exploded like a year later when Animal Crossing came out. So, I don't know, maybe Wii U will make a comeback? But
that's my theory.
That's not even what I'm talking about right now. Mm-hmm. Don't make purchasing decisions based on brand loyalty.
Yeah.
If you do, you are stupid like me.
Mm-hmm. Do as I say, not what I do.
Mm-hmm. Just wait until there's a game out that you like. Mm-hmm. And with the PlayStation 4, I already know that there's a game out that I like on it. I'm gonna be getting the fucking PlayStation Plus service, and they're gonna be giving me free crap.
Yeah.
Like, day one, I open that box, I get my PlayStation 4 in my hands, I plug it up, I hook it up to the internet, I get all the fucking day one updates out of the way, I'm gonna have games for it.
That's really cool.
That's great.
Yeah.
So, and they're gonna be good games. PS4 is launching with like 40 games, 40 exclusive games. Mm-hmm. So, I don't have to worry then. Ugh. Gate. Video game gate.
Video games.
Okay, so moving on to another piece of my bad news.
Bad news, Bear.
I know you guys touched on this last week, but I wanted to get my little quip in. Ninja Gaiden Z Yaiba is so stupid. Like, dethroning DMC
the game, like, I watched that trailer, and the first couple of seconds, I was like, I could get behind this real quick, and then as soon as the character started talking, I said, I am getting far away from this video game.
Yeah, I started watching it, it's like, oh wow, this looks like Killer 7, this looks really cool. Mm-hmm. And then Yaiba started talking. It's just like, hey there, sugar tits. What the fuck is fucking with my fucker? I know where you can stick it. Take a suck. What does take a suck even mean?
Lick my fucking prick. I got a weed.
I'd rather have a diarrhea doo-doo spooning in my penis than play this shitty game.
I got a hard pee-pee, and I need to put it in a vagina.
Like, where did this come from? And, I don't know if you noticed, the name of the people making it? Concept. The people making Mighty Number 9.
What?
Yeah, you didn't notice that? That was Concept's logo in there. They're working on that. The people making Mighty Number 9 are working on Yaiba Ninja Gaiden Z.
What the fuck is going on?
That's why I think that it's going to be a good game, but who's writing it?
Some sort of...
Take a suck.
Yeah.
Someone who thinks that take a suck is an actual thing that somebody would say.
Take a lickle of my dickle.
Like the thing where he crashed a plane into a strip club and it landed between the legs. That was funny, but at the same time, like, given that it was, like, if that was the only thing in the trailer, if that was just a joke on its own and the Yaiba hadn't actually said anything, that would have been pretty funny.
Yeah.
But everything else...
It was all context. It was just, like, it was, like, that was the big finale that they wanted.
Like, that was Shadow the Hedgehog. Mm-hmm. That's like, that's Shadow the Hedgehog going, where's that damn fourth Chaos Emerald? Saying damn because he can. Rated E10 for ages 10 and up.
So, yeah, we officially confirmed that Ninja Gaiden Yaiba Z is going to be rated E10 for ages 10 and up. That's the news from Choo Choo. That's the official confirmation.
Rated E10 for edgies 10 and up. Like, I'm almost nostalgic for that game because you don't really see anything like that anymore. Like, maybe DMC. DMC is the only recent thing that comes to mind where somebody sat down and said, let's make something that appeals to 10-year-olds. 10-year-olds that want to hear, like, they'll hear damn, and then they'll turn down the TV really fast. And then they'll turn it up a little bit because, yeah, they got to hear a swear word. They're going to say it when they're alone.
Yeah!
Yeah, Shadow the Hedgehog just said, damn! Take a suck. Like, oh, God. 10 years old.
It feels so grown up.
Like, you talk about, like, fucking Dragon's Crown. Mm-hmm. What is the most offensive thing Dragon's Crown did? It had a lady with big boobies. I mean, that's not great. Mm-hmm. And then there's what Ninja Gaiden Z is doing. Yaiba.
And that's just like...
There's a fine line between distasteful and gross.
Yeah, exactly.
And Yaiba rides a tank over that line.
Amen.
Like,
it's very sad that they're doing that to video games. We don't approve. Official Choo Choo
I don't approve.
Stamp.
I don't approve, but I'm probably gonna play it. For the same reasons that I'm playing DMC right now.
Rock and roll. Whatever floats your
Maybe I'll get Mike to buy it for me like I did with DMC.
Mike never buys me fucking video games. The only thing he ever bought me was a Transformer, and it's a nice Transformer.
You should ask.
I'm not gonna.
You gotta.
I'm not gonna actually ask him.
That's the reason that Mike buys me things is because I pester him about it.
I'm not gonna ask him to buy me anything. I'm the one with the job around here, so I would buy stuff.
True.
I gotta buy stuff for other people. I gotta help. I gotta help the needy.
Yeah. Okay. So, John and I are in a large amount of agreement right now about a Kickstarter that is running right now.
Oh boy.
For a little show called Bee and Puppycat.
Okay.
Would you like to say this so that I don't put words in your mouth, John?
Sure. I don't think that show is any good. I
hope the Kickstarter fails.
Okay, I wouldn't go that far. I would say, like...
I actually wouldn't go that far either.
Like,
I would not be unhappy if the Kickstarter failed.
I mean, yeah, kinda. I don't know. Like, I don't want to wish harm against... Not really harm, just, like, wish failure upon someone. But that show is just super, super bland with what it's trying to do. It is...
I think the word is vapid.
It is vapid, yeah. I watched about half of what it was. I watched half of the pilot thing that they put up, and it is super vapid. It oh my god, like
it is Tumblr.
Exactly.
This person sat down on Tumblr and like wrote a little checklist. It's like, what will sell if we put it on Tumblr? And the entire show is basically made so that Tumblr can take each given scene of it and turn it into a GIF. And like, all of the characters are so wacky. The main lead character is a lady that likes to wear colorful clothing, but she's got, like, bags under her eyes, and she talks in a tired, bored-sounding voice. Mm-hmm. And Puppycat talks in a Hatsune Miku auto-toned type voice, but everybody can understand him. And there's a secret dark past, and Bee's got a love interest who's also equally tired-looking. Mm-hmm. And it's just... It's like everybody's Tumblr OCs made it into a TV show.
My least favorite thing on that show, there is one scene that I saw that just completely killed any kind of interest I had in that shit. Okay? Mm-hmm. There's a scene where, okay, at the beginning of the show, Bee gets fired from her job. So she is desperate for money. So she goes to a temp agency. She's almost late for her meeting to the temp agency. She goes to this temp agency, and the temp guy is rattling off all of her problems, the reasons why she probably won't get hired. But he doesn't explicitly say no, and there's no... Like, he's just kind of like, well, it's going to be really difficult for us to find you something. But then he has to take a phone call. And he turns around from her, and she looks over and she sees that he has this big bowl of candy on the desk. She never mentions previously that she's really into candy, or there's no reference to the fact that candy is a weakness of hers. But while he's turned around on the phone, she eats all the candy, And he turns around and looks at her like, what the fuck? And she just grabs all the wrappers, and she's like, you took too long, now your candy's gone, bagoush, and walks out.
That's such a Tumblr thing. Like,
it
sounds like a Tumblr text post. Like, hey guys, guess what I totally really just did?
And it's
like, I was totally at the temp agency and I ate all their candy. Like,
and then a scene later, she's complaining about like being like starving because she doesn't have any money. It's your fucking fault that you don't have any money. You walked out of the fucking temp agency. Like, in the middle of an interview, for no reason. It's so poorly written.
B is not a good character.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
Like,
and it does not help that the woman that made this, is her name Rebecca Sugar?
No,
I
Rebecca
think?
Sugar is the woman who...
Or she's Natasha.
Yeah, Natasha Allegary is...
Natasha Allegary, and as I recall, she was also a writer for a few certain episodes of Adventure Time.
Yeah, she created Fiona and Cake.
She created Fiona and Cake, and as far as I remember, she was also responsible for that one episode where Marceline and Bubblegum were like lesbians and they sang at each other. Mm-hmm. And like almost every single episode of Adventure Time that I can think of that has her name attached to it, I remember I didn't like because nothing happened. Like, every single episode of Adventure Time that had Natasha's name attached to it was a romance-themed episode where Finn cries a lot and a girl he is interested in rejects him. Mm-hmm. So, you're trying to tell me that this person that wrote like the episodes of Adventure Time that made me stop watching Adventure Time for a little bit, before I came back to it and saw that it had gotten to be about adventures again, was like, they're asking for money, they want to make their own show. No. I mean, I understand what you're going for. I understand that you have your fans, that there are people that like that sort of thing, but I'm not one of them.
Exactly. So, like, if you enjoy that stuff, I'm not going to be like, oh, you. But I'm just, in my opinion, as someone who critiques things for almost a living, I just do not see the appeal beyond pretty much the masturbatory aspects of being Puppycat. Because I feel like the only people who really like that kind of stuff are the people that are really ingrained in that, like, unhealthy Tumblr mindset where you feel like you have to be dorky.
The kind of people like look at that and say, XD, that's so me.
Exactly.
Reblog, or I'm judging you.
Yeah.
Like, it reminds me of every single unhealthy thing that I have ever seen on Tumblr that has made me upset.
Yeah, like I feel like there's going to be an episode of Being Puppycat where she discovers that you can cut a piece of chocolate a certain way and you can eat it forever.
Oh my god. Like, B strikes me as the type of person that would send the Masked Negro hate on Tumblr for having that username.
Yeah.
That's what B is to me. Shoutouts. We gotta have him on the show, man.
That would be good. Yeah, I'm...
Masked Negro, you are cordially invited.
Yeah, come on down. So, are we done with this this line of talk, or should we move on to questions?
I'm gonna say one more thing. Okay. Super Puzzle Platformer Deluxe is $4 on Steam right now. Week-long sale. It should still be up by the time this episode gets out. Fucking buy it! Buy it or I hate you! It's a good game. Buy it. Okay, I'm done now.
Alright, let's get to questions. As usual, our questions are compiled from our Tumblr, our Twitter, and I still don't know how to get onto the email, so I can't get on that. But please, oops. I'm sorry, but please do send emails for next week. Our email address is podcast@videogamechoochoo.com. Is that correct? Or...
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, podcast@videogamechoochoo.com, or our Tumblr, which is videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com. And our Twitter is @VGCC. So feel free to send us questions all week, and we will compile them all for the show. Our first question on our Tumblr is from Who to Thunk, the Masked Negro. He asks and yells at the same time, "Yo, motherfuckers, let's just settle this shit right the fuck now. Looking at the launch window / announced games for the next-gen machines, which one of them do you feel has the potential to be that game? You know which one I'm talking about, white boys. Which one is going to be the killer app in your opinion? Your little white opinion. Also, unrelated, how long do you think it will be before Nintendo abandons the Wii U and focuses solely on the DS until it unveils another console?
Well, allow me to answer the second part of that question. The Wii U's been abandoned since they launched it, and they have been focusing on the 3DS since they launched the Wii U constantly. So, I'm going to say negative an entire year is when that will happen.
I feel like if sales start to get strong again for, like, say, Mario and the Zelda that I guess they're making...
I'd say, yeah, like, kind of wait until after Christmas to say that. Like, let the Christmas explosion happen,
and
maybe.
Even then, they're not going to full-on abandon it, but I feel like they're going to just flounder around with it. Because it's not Virtual Boy level of death, but it's pretty bad. I can see Nintendo coming out with something new in, like, 2 years, maybe, if the Wii U doesn't shape up. But
yeah, I think that maybe, like, because Nintendo's home consoles don't really have a name that sells them, if you get what I mean. Like, Pokemon will always sell a console, no matter what. Everybody in this entire fucking world loves Pokemon.
Exactly.
So the new one came out for the 3DS, and then suddenly everybody has a 3DS. Plus, Nintendo put out, like, a dedicated Pokemon machine in the form of the 2DS. And Animal Crossing was a happy accident.
Mm-hmm.
So, Nintendo got 2 big explosions this year for the 3DS, and now they're going balls out on that. And I'm going to say, if Nintendo is still floundering with the Wii U after this Christmas, then they might start to not abandon it, but they might, like, try to hand it over to a B team, like a smaller team of people that will focus more on the indies aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not a marketer. Okay, what was the first part of the question again? What's going to be the killer app for the next one?
Yeah, what will be the killer app for the launch? I don't think that there is really a killer app for the launch.
Yeah,
most certainly not. I mean, the closest thing that each console has so far is I'm hearing that Dead Rising 3 is very good. And I'm also hearing...
That is an Xbox One exclusive,
That is Xbox
right?
One exclusive. And then I'm hearing that Knack is very good for the PS4. So...
Yeah. So...
Those are going to be the big launch games, but then... I don't know.
Yeah, we're not going to have, like, killer apps. We're going to have surprise hits.
Exactly. I mean...
For launch... Because there are no killer apps in console launches. So, Knack, from what I hear, plays a bit like a classic Crash Bandicoot game. Mm-hmm. And that's really cool. I like Crash Bandicoot. So I think that Knack will be the PlayStation's big game when it launches. Plus with, like, whatever indie games launch with it.
Yeah.
To be completely honest, I haven't been keeping track. With the Xbox One, is that launching? That's not launching with Dead Rising, is it?
It is.
It is? Okay, either Dead Rising or Killer Instinct are going to be the killer apps for the Xbox One.
I feel like Killer Instinct is going to bring a lot of the fighting game community to the Xbox because
at least initially.
Yeah, at least initially, until the PS4 gets a good fighting game under its belt.
Because a lot of people in, like, the fighting game community, they're not keen on the idea of buying an Xbox One. But they really want to play Killer Instinct. Like, a lot of people are talking about just buying Killer Instinct and not getting an Xbox One.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Maybe those 2 games. I would have said Drive Club.
Yeah.
I would have said Drive Club, but that got delayed. Which is sad, because I was actually kind of excited for that. That looked really pretty, and I like car games.
Okay. And
that's your answer, Masked Negro. The scared white boys have answered.
I'm so sorry. And
please, I'm so sorry if I might have accidentally offended you by being accidentally racist.
Yeah,
I'm watching my back constantly for that.
Mass Negro, his specialty is suplexing people, and I am extremely terrified that one day I will get on his bad side and I will be destroyed. I will.
He will put me in like a reverse Nelson and just slam my face into the ground while playing bad music over the radio.
And it will be the best thing that'll ever happen to me, though. Like it
will. It will be extremely painful, but I will be positively giddy when it happens.
Finally,
I will thank him.
Oh, I'm dead. Oh, well, that was a good time meeting him, though. Meeting a good friend.
Mm-hmm.
So, our Twitter got one question that I don't know why this guy keeps asking this. Twitter user Inspector Weebert asked, "What's Brad Nicholson's shoe size?" Brad Nicholson used to write for Giant Bomb, and everyone didn't like him. And
I'm going to say a men's 5.
Sure, a men's 5. There's your answer. Please stop asking us this. It doesn't make any sense.
Tumblr user Matsuda asked, "Would you want the power to be immediately attractive to anyone you choose, but whenever you see a cop, a bag of weed appears in your hands?" So the trade-off is, you can be attractive to anybody that you want, but every time you see a police officer, marijuana instantly appears in your hands.
Well, I say no for 2 reasons. One, because for some reason all through high school I had this innate fear that exact thing was going to happen to me, that weed was going to be put into my backpack or in my pocket when I wasn't looking, and that I would get caught for it. I don't know why I had that fear, but I just did.
That's a very rational fear.
And
as a person that knows a lot of people that smoke marijuana has a tendency to turn up in places where it does not belong.
And then my second reason why is because it's too late. I'm already cute as hell.
Well, Matsuda, you pose a interesting question. If I had the ability to instantly be attractive to anyone that I chose, which would, I suppose, just generally be I would make myself attractive to everybody, mind meld with them so that they think that my face looks good. But every time I see a police officer, weed appears in my hands. Now, let's dissect that. How often do I see police officers? Not that often. Not that often. And I suppose they have to be in, uniform. I have to know that they're a cop.
Okay.
Or else the weed won't appear in my hands.
Okay.
So let's put that stipulation. Most of the times that I see cops, I am in my car and I see their car on the side of the highway.
Right.
So if weed appeared in my hand while I was driving down the highway and I wasn't speeding or anything, I'd be pretty fine. If I saw a mall cop, I don't know, that wouldn't really count.
Yeah, they're not official
count.
cops. Yeah, you'd be fine.
Mall cops don't count. If I saw a real police officer and weed appeared in my hands, chances are they probably wouldn't be looking at me, so I could probably just, make the weed disappear into the pocket or something. I keep my hands in my pockets when I'm walking anyway. I just have to get into that kind of habit. And then, every time I see a police officer, I'd get free weed. So.
Cha-ching.
Cha-ching, Sell the marijuana. Become a big-time... I could be Heisenberg, but with weed.
We figured it
with
out.
Magic weed that comes... Well, okay. Is the weed good? Is it good weed?
Yeah, that is the stipulation. Yeah, you gotta see.
That is my question to you, Matsuda.
The hard kush.
Is it good weed? I mean, I could sell it regardless, but if it's good weed, then definitely yes. If it's not good weed, maybe no.
Breaking Bad 2. He's also
Breaking Bad 2,
he's
magic hand weed.
He's also cute.
Attractive magic hand weed.
Well, that's the title of the episode.
I don't think we want to put weed in the title of the episode. Do we have any more questions?
Nope.
Damn. Yeah. I should have stayed off this episode again so I could send more anonymous questions in. Those were all me.
They were all you. That's very scary.
I even spelled my own name wrong on purpose.
Wow.
Yeah.
That threw us off. Good job.
I thought it would.
There you go. You're smarter than the average bear.
Podcast at Video Game Choo Choo. I'm going to attempt to hack into the podcast.
Oh, man. Let's hope we can get in.
Oh, I made it.
Okay, check and see if we have any questions.
Okay. Let's check. I like the round cube one. It's nice. Okay. We have one question. Oh, this is from last week's episode.
Oh, come on, he's got to remember to delete shit.
Mike, come on. This is a question on PAX from last episode, by the way.
And we talked about that extensively.
Yeah, and I don't think I could really say anything that hasn't already been said, I suppose.
Alright, that's fair. So, make sure you send more questions.
Send us lots of questions. Yeah. Send more questions.
We enjoy answering questions on the Choo Choo, and it's a good time.
Don't make me have to lie and pretend.
Yeah, don't make Steven have to put on his heinous disguise once more.
Don't make me have to put on my Guy Fawkes mask and fill your inbox with 13 questions before it tells me to stop.
Please, no more. They're so bad.
Knowing that I can only send 13 messages before I am forced to stop, I now regret sending messages that are just video games and Mamma Mia.
The Mamma Mia one was really good.
Oh my god, fucking Caesar Zeppeli says Mamma Mia in JoJo. I lost my shit when he did. It was beautiful.
It's pretty good.
So, do we have anything else that we'd like to talk about, John?
Well, I could update us on something that is currently happening as we friggin' speak.
Oh?
Both our semi-official artist, Brian Haggerty, and Tumblr user I Speak Tetris have made... Because we were talking about Internet Explorer-ton, we have 2 video game Choo Choo chans. 2 of them.
Oh, let's see them.
Okay, well...
Are they finished?
Yes, they are.
Are they ready to be
Yes,
viewed?
they are.
I want to see them.
Well, this is Brian's. I am linking it. And then this is...
Oh, that's adorable.
And then this is Tumblr user I Speak Tetris's.
Brian, that is really good. And I Speak Tetris, that is also very good. Mm-hmm. So, I think that we should announce, maybe formally, an official video game Choo Choo contest.
Yes.
Design video game Choo Choo tan. And
we already
your
have
prize.
We already have
your prize will
entries.
be Bad Rats on Steam. No.
Yeah, no.
You will not get Bad Rats. That will be your prize. So, what do you think, John? What should the prize be?
Well, I was going to just buy the winner a $10 Steam game. Just any Steam game that they want. So, if you send...
Okay. If you enter the Video Game Choo Choo contest right now, and you design us a train-themed anime girl, we will give you a $10 Steam game of your choice, and I will personally record something for you. Anything that you want at all. Stephen Epps will say it, up to a minute. Stephen Epps will record something for you. If it's salacious, I don't care. It'll get recorded.
Damn.
I will say whatever you want, girl. Or boy.
Ooh.
Anything.
And you know what? Also, just honestly, if it's that good that maybe we use it on a t-shirt or something...
Maybe we use it on a t-shirt, and then you get royalties.
You'll get royalties. We're not...
0.1%.
Definitely more than that.
Maybe a little bit bigger than that.
Yeah, definitely more than that.
A little bit bigger than that.
But, yeah, just enter the contest and we will give you a game and Stephen will read something that's gross for you.
Absolutely. So, do you think that we're done with the Choo Choo for this week, John?
This is a very solid episode. I am happy to
This is a fantastic episode. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for listening. This episode was on the short side, but I think that's better than being like 3 hours long like these usually run.
Yeah, it's nice to have a quickie every once in a while, you know, just run through the game news instead of slogging through with our awful jokes. Do you really want to hear us talk about Mike's dick? No, you don't.
I do.
Oh, well, you do.
I'm going to talk about Mike's dick. I'll talk about how small it is. Whoa! Okay, enough of that. So, thank you for listening, ladies and gentlemen. Mostly gentlemen, I suspect.
Hey,
I have been Stephen Epps.
And I'm John Machunsky.
This has been...
Thank you.
John Machunsky. Man with the best last name ever.
Thank you.
I can't wait to take it when I marry him.
Of course, after I divorce Mike and take all of his riches.
Oh yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan, baby.
Y'all have a good night. You've been listening to the Video Game Choo Choo. Y'all play some video games. Y'all send us some questions, and we'll be back next week.
Peace.